The fight for first is on. So with 6 games left to play this season, we are currently 4 points off top spot. It is still very tight. We've dropped off a little bit, but there's still a chance that we can finish first and get promoted to the National League South. Since the last episode, we've won 2, we've drawn 1 and we've lost 1. We beat Staines 3-2. David Okoro opened the scoring with another perfect penalty into the bottom right hand corner. Mooney then put us 2-0 up, but in traditional Regen Rovers fashion, we threw it away and they managed to get it back to 2-2. Cracking finish from Mooney there. However, in the 95th minute, Mooney won it for us. A brilliant free kick from Rayrig, and Mooney slid in to give us the victory and crucial 3 points. However, we lost against first place Kings Lynn. It was a crazy game. Thomas Smith opened the scoring with a really good free kick. I think the keeper may have deflected that in though. They were the better team. They had 6 clear-cut chances in this match and 4 half chances. Without Okoro, would have conceded a lot more than 4 goals. This defeat was a massive blow, because if we'd won, we'd have kept pace with them. They'd moved to the top of the table after a couple. I think it was after our draw against Guernsey in the last episode. Mooney capitalised on a mistake at the back there for our 3rd goal. But yeah, they managed to win with a penalty in the 75th minute. Bit of a kick in the balls, to be honest. Another crazy game, and this time against Gosport away from home. They had a missed penalty as well. But look who got a hat-trick. Jason Glenn of all people. Central midfielder up from the academy, of course. He's made that midfield position his own. A really good finish there from the young midfielder. He's one of our Patreon Academy players, so there is a real Jason Glenn out there watching this and enjoying this performance. And it was a really important hat-trick as well, because we were 3-2 down heading into the last few minutes, and this was his hat-trick goal to salvage a point. I can't believe how many times we've scored 5 goals this season. It's unbelievable. And also, the amount of times we've conceded 3 goals this season. McCann scored a hat-trick. Paul McCann, 15 goals to his name now this season after this very impressive performance from him. Colburn had to play right back in this game. In fact, he moved to left back after my new left back, who I will introduce soon, got injured on his debut. Lovely finish from McCann there. 3 minutes later, he got his 2nd of the game. Kevin Wilkinson blasted up the pitch for Agu, and he was unselfish, and McCann finished. He got his hat-trick, first half hat-trick from him. Jason Glenn with the assist this time. Kevin Wilkinson with a rare goal. It's only his 2nd goal of the season for the central midfielder, tucking it home at the back post. And Luke Mooney scored his 23rd goal of the season, I believe. Jason Glenn, look at the pace, charging onto that ball. McCann played it through to Fawkes, who put some pressure on their defender. It was only cleared as far as Colburn. Played into Rayrig. Nice recycling of possession here. Jason Glenn, delightful ball out wide to Rob Mitchell, who came off the bench, put in a cross, and Mooney headed home past the keeper. So today's episode is huge. We've got 2 massive games. Firstly, against 5th place Slough, currently 5 points below us, probably the most likely team to slip out of the playoffs. If we beat them, Hereford and Scarborough will have a chance to get into the playoffs. And then we've got Tadcaster, 1 point and 1 place above us as it stands. It really is massive. It's that time of the season when I'm able to find some decent free players that have been released by their clubs. First of all, John Curry, who hopefully will add even more spice to our attack. I've put him in the under-23s for the time being. We'll see how he gets on there, but he's a great finisher, decent header, quite pacey. I like the look of this guy. Used to play for Gosport. We've had a couple players come from Gosport actually, so he's a Hampshire lad. Next up, our new left back, who I believe is our best left back, just ahead of Rob Halliday. I mean, there's nothing in it really, but Carl Forrester, who started his career at Soham, where he was born, moved to Bishop's Cleeve earlier this season, but was released by them, and we've picked him up on a free. Unfortunately, got injured on his debut, so I don't think he's going to play. He might play today. I haven't decided yet. Next up is Tom Blankley. Unfortunately, I can't play him because he's already played for 2 clubs this season. Started at Gosport as well. Moved to Bideford and was released for some reason. So I picked him up. Apparently he is our 2nd best centre-back behind Vince Boyle. But he can't play because he's already played for 2 clubs this season. So he's in the under-23s. And lastly, A player signed from our rivals, Ebbsfleet. The parallel universe rivals from... Well, I mean, Jack Young informs us that we had a bit of a rivalry with Ebbsfleet in the other parallel universe, of course. But Marcus Higgins has joined. He wasn't born in Ebbsfleet. He was actually... Where was he born? He was born in Ilford. But he moved to Ebbsfleet to start his career. Never played for them apart from under 23/under 18 football. So I think we'll let him off. His sins are forgiven. He's moved to Regen Rovers to make amends. And he is actually our best right back. He's ahead of Callum Courtney. But... yeah, I need to decide about him, whether he will be a better option as our wing back. He looks quite good. So Slough Town wisely elected to avoid the M25 today on their trip down to Plumbing Park. Come on, let's get a win. I've decided to start Higgins. He is making his debut today with Forrester at left back from injury, alongside Colburn and Smith in the middle, because unfortunately Vince Boyle is suspended for this game due to yellow cards. I don't know how many games he's out for. Okoro playing in goal. Courtney's actually suspended as well, so I didn't really have much option at right back. Jason, Glenn, Wilkinson, Walker, Mooney, McCann and Agu, our usual front six. Slough have had a very good season. This is their... striker, Kane Rowland. He's not their top goal scorer though, I don't think. Nathan Towers on the left and Wardley on the right. They've got some very good players. I'm hoping some new fullbacks will solidify our defence a little bit. Of course, we've conceded so many goals this season. Unfortunately, we're missing Vince Boyle today. So Joe Colburn alongside Thomas Smith. People are probably thinking, why don't you give Chef a go? Well, his average rating this season, 6.2, and they've been against weaker opposition. I think... couple of weak opposition in the cup competitions. Yeah. Here's Forrester early on in this game, driving down the left hand side. He is a natural born wing back, but he's lost the ball there after a positive run. He's just given the ball away. Why didn't he put the ball into the box? And now where's our defence? Non-existent. Wardley finds Bramble, who somehow misses. I was about to say can't miss, but he hit the crossbar from about 3 yards out. Free kick, Wardley to take it, curls it. Oh, it's off the post. They've hit the woodwork twice in the space of about a minute. We need improvement, guys. Get creative. It always inspires them. We need a win today. We need to win to have any chance of getting that first spot. Higgins knocks it over the top, looking for the run of Mooney. Couldn't find her, but Higgins comes in again, making his debut for the club. Jason Glenn, great ball to Mooney with the pace. He's got support, but he's probably going to go alone. And he does, and he finishes brilliantly for his 24th goal of the season. He's one behind Agu, who's got 25. He's level with Agu and Fawkes' record from the 2 previous seasons. His goal-scoring record's kind of been a little bit overlooked because of the brilliance of Agu this season once again. But it's going to be interesting to see who finishes our top goal scorer now. Throw in. Higgins with the throw. He finds Mooney in space, but he's been tackled. Jason Glenn now. Back to Mooney. Has the shot. Oh, power. Just over the bar. Flashes it over. Thrown in a dangerous position for Slough. It's knocked away. I've been to Slough. There's a big Tesco. It's quite an impressive Tesco. Here's Mooney round the back. Looking for a second and he gets it. Level with Agu. His 25th goal of the season. And it's an assist for our debut player, Marcus Higgins. This is where we're dangerous. Just hitting teams on the break who've got basically no one back. He runs onto it. And he finishes brilliantly into the bottom left-hand corner. Wow, things have got interesting in the top goal scorer award. But it's a free kick to Slough. It's crossed to the back post. It's 2-1 offside though, I think. It says offside. It's been disallowed, that's for sure. Oh, interesting. That's very... I don't know how it's off... I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter, I don't care. I'm getting confused here. It's a throw-in. Higgins to Mooney. Heads it on. It's cleared. Maybe I'm getting muddled up here. Mooney, maybe he could have brought that down with his feet rather than his head. Wilkinson into Sean Walker. Lovely ball out wide to Marcus Higgins. Crosses it to the back post for Agu off the crossbar. He won't be happy that Mooney's overtaken him. Well, he's level, sorry. I'm getting really confused today. Apologies. Here comes Slough. This is a chance for Schmoll. Oh, just puts it... Well, great name, Schmoll. I like it. Oh, a mistake. McCann, can we capitalise? Agu feeds it through to Mooney on a hat-trick, who flashes it over. That was a chance. Our third clear-cut chance of the game. He needed to take that. I'm never comfortable at 2-0, you know that. I'm not really comfortable at 3-0, to be honest. I'm not sure whenever I'm comfortable with this team. It's just goals galore at both ends of the pitch. Forrester is pretty tired. I'm going to bring Rob Halliday on for him. He's just coming back from that injury, of course. Halliday, he's been okay this season, quite average, which is why I was looking for another left back and Forrester was available. I don't know if he's going to be much better, to be honest. Here's Agu, round the back, but he just doesn't bring it down for some reason. But here comes Colburn, who stepped in from time to time at this season and played quite well, I must say. Here's Higgins with space. Decent cross in, Moody! Oh, he's hit the post. He's had 2 chances to get his hat-trick. Bit unfortunate, really, that time. Higgins is having a storming debut. He's on like an 8.9 or something. McCann, round the back. We've not seen anything of him today. And he hits the shot from long range. It's a comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Wilkinson's going to come off for Perry Miles. He's not seen much football recently. I'll save the last sub. Morgan Fawkes will probably come off the bench for either Agu or McCann. 20 minutes to go. There's been so many chances. We should have scored more than 2 goals today, let's be honest. And I hope that doesn't... hope we don't regret that, because we're bound to concede, aren't we? It's over the bar. 15 minutes to go. Can we hang on for a crucial 3 points? It will take Slough out of the equation as well, I think, in regards to winning the league. But they're through here. No, they're not. Okori comes out and collects that. Now we're playing out from the back. Colburn knocks it long. That's not the greatest ball, but Perry Miles brings it down. Here's Glenn. Into Walker. Oh, that's poor, but Smith picks it up. Finds Higgins, who's getting forwards here. He's loving life. It's through to Mooney. Mooney gets his hat-trick finally. He deserved that. It's his 26th goal of the season. He's now officially our top goal scorer this season. And it's another assist for Higgins. He's had an absolutely brilliant performance. Courtney was great at the start of the season, but recently he's been unconvincing. So I'm really pleased we've hopefully found a really good right back. I'm going to bring Fawkes on for the last few minutes. Agu will stay on because, you know, he wants to stay level with Mooney. This win is a sign of intent, isn't it? As Glenn, what was that? He just stopped all of a sudden. That was bizarre. Good head away by Smith. Perry Miles into Walker, knocks it long, looking for Mooney. Can he get a 4th? Mooney! He gets it! What a performance from him. 27th goal of the season. He might end up with 30 come the end of this season. Walker just slams it over the top. They're pushing their defence up, looking to try and get a consolation goal, I guess. And Mooney finds the back of the net. Would have been nice if he'd played in Fawkes. Can't blame him for shooting, though. This is a really good win because we don't keep a clean sheet and score lots of goals. Oh, what's happening here? Is Glenn going to get sent off? I hope not. Oh, no, there's no booking. That was a strange highlight. Wow, I love that. What a win. Absolutely delighted. Poor old Tadcaster Albion. Such a long journey for them down to Winchester today. I know the database is a little bit broken. I think it was a problem with the actual main Football Manager 2019. It seems to be our division mainly. And I'm not entirely sure what happened, but we've got Scarborough in our division, Tadcaster, of course, Carlton, Hereford, Kings Lynn, teams that shouldn't be in our division. But remember, this is a parallel universe. I can use that excuse. It's all part of the fun of this save. It's a little bit different. We beat them earlier in the season, but as always, they're the favourites for this. It really is a huge game because we're currently 2 points ahead of them. They lost. We won our last game. If we beat them, it will surely take them out of the equation, and then it's going to be a straight shootout between us, Kings Lynn, and Totten. It's too close to call, isn't it? We've actually lost the fewest games. 5 defeats this season. We've maybe drawn a couple too many, but 95 goals scored this season. Oh my. I mean, our defence hasn't been great, but we've actually only conceded 1 more than Kings Lynn. If it comes down to goal difference, surely we'll have the best goal difference come the end of the season. 5 games to go then. Tadcaster today, Scarborough in 6th place, Wimborne in 20th, Merthyr in 10th and Farnborough in 15th. We've got to fancy our chances of at least, well, winning the rest of our games. And if everyone else, if Tossen win the rest of their games or Kings Lynn win the rest of their games, we'll just have to accept that. But we just got to win every game and do the best we can from our point of view. I think I'm going to play Rob Halliday. Forrester, I gave him 45 minutes for the under-23s to build up his match fitness. He's a little bit tired now, but I'll have him on the bench. Boyle is suspended. I imagine he's suspended for 2 more games. Or maybe just 1. Probably 10 yellow cards. Does that mean 2 game suspension or 3? Not entirely sure. So I stick with Colburn at the back with Smith and Higgins, who had an incredible debut. Before we start this crucial match then, I thought we'd do and ask the manager 2 quick questions. Firstly, from Elus, who's asked, why aren't you giving Agu and other very important first team players semi-pro contracts? I'm literally not able to. I can only give them non-contracts, which is pay-as-you-play contracts essentially, or youth contracts, which is the £5 a week thing. I just cannot, I'm not allowed to give them, semi-professional contracts where they're tied to the club. Maybe it'll be different in the National League South. I don't know, it might be because Jack Young's restricting me, or it just might be simply the level we're playing at. And secondly, more of a YouTube question, I guess, from James Hutchins. How do you get a successful Football Manager channel on YouTube? For example, loads of subscribers and views. Bloody hard work. I've been doing this 6.5 years and I've built everything up gradually. I've had spurts here and there. But if you want me to sort of do a video or a mini series on how I feel like I've managed to grow, then let me know if you're up for that. Let me know if there's any interest in that. I know some other Football Manager YouTubers have done how to do YouTube videos like microphones and webcams and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want some advice, then let me know in the comments and maybe I'll make a video one day about it. I'm no expert, I must say. It's probably by accident that I've managed to get into this position, really. Remember the days when we played 4-4-2? Well, that's what Tadcaster are going with today. Now, the danger man is Dale Fowler. 21 goals in only 23 starts and 1 sub appearance. That is insane. If he doesn't score today, I'll be very surprised. Considering we don't have Vince Boyle as well, I'm a bit worried. But we kept a clean sheet in the last game. Do we need Vince Boyle? I shouldn't tempt fate. This is massive. We really need to win to keep up the fight for first place, because I imagine Tottenham and Kings Lynn will probably win today. It might be a goal-heavy game with the strikers on the pitch. Smith with an early corner to the back post looking for Colburn. Heads it down for Sean Walker, who gets his 30th goal of the season. We're 1-0 up already. Colburn turns into Vince Boyle and heads it down. He's actually really good at jumping reach, but he's only got like 4 on heading or something like that. But it's a really good header from him to head it down for Sean Walker. He's been a bit quiet lately. It's good to see him score another goal. Free kick in our own half. Halliday knocks it long, looking for Agu. Agu through to McCann. He has to finish, and he does. We're 2-0 up. 16th goal of the season for McCann. Agu turns provider. Excellent stuff. Let's shout some praise. Picking up a few yellow cards. We're going to have to watch out for that. Okoro blasts it out wide for Halliday. Oh, what a ball to Mooney. Mooney round the back. Mooney has to finish, and he does for his 28th goal of the season. But what a pass from Rob Halliday, who's come into the team today. Maybe he is our first choice left back after all. With his weaker right foot as well, I think. He just swung round. What a pass. That is unbelievable. And Mooney with the finish. This is going surprisingly well. Kings Lynn currently beating Tiverton. I assume Tottenham are winning as well. They're still 3 points ahead of us. It's so tight. But everything's going to plan for us today. And I'm surprised we're stopping Fowler from having a sniff. Let's keep it up. Agu is now 3 goals behind Mooney. I know Agu's... If Mooney finishes top goal scorer, it kind of will overshadow Agu a bit. But Agu has been sensational once again this year. Corner to Tadcaster, looking to get back into this game. It's headed away by Agu. Wilkinson now after it. We've got Mooney up there, ready to counter, but he's bringing the ball forwards. It's a great ball to Mooney. Mooney's got time. Wilkinson out wide to Halliday. We've got men in the box. It's a deep cross. Jason Glenn at the back post makes it 4. It's his 7th goal of the season. We are destroying teams today. This is a lot of fun. And it's another assist for Rob Halliday. It's a great counter-attack started by Wilkinson, and he then played it brilliantly out wide to Halliday, who put a beautiful cross in, and Jason Glenn headed past the keeper. And I'm going to bring Glenn off because we've got quite a few players on yellows. We don't need all of these players on the pitch. Here come Tadcaster. Good head away by Smith. Now Sean Walker pumps it for Mooney with his pace to run onto it. He's got Agu to his left. He has to find him. He does. Agu on the volley. That was a Di Canio kick, wasn't it? A Di Canio volley. Let's watch this again. It's not quite as good as the whole Trevor Sinclair crossfield ball to Di Canio, but still it's an impressive volley. And it's a lovely run for Mooney, and he's picked him out wonderfully. Look at this. That is. He's got both feet off the ground, when he connects with the ball. That is brilliant. 5-0. What are we doing to Tadcaster? They're one place below us. It's not like they're bottom of the table. Ball sprayed up wide. Agu can't win that. Colburn after his man, coming in, can't win it. Colburn's a bit of a beast, isn't he? Here's Monk. Back to Killock over the top. Colburn can't win it. Here's Halliday. Good block by Colburn. Walker tackled though. Agu should come back and collect this. And now we can build again. Agu into Wilkinson. That's poor from Wilkinson. What is he doing there? And Fowler maybe is going to get his goal after all. But he's put it wide. Everything's going our way today. Ray Riggs going to come on for Sean Walker. He's a little bit tired. He's got his goal. He's played well. We've got to bring Fawkes on, haven't we? I'm not sure who for though. Maybe for Mooney. He doesn't really get much of a rest. Here's Mooney. Into Rigg. Good ball over the top, but McCann can't get on the end of that. Halliday will pick it up though. We need another good cross. It's to the back post for... Oh, it's a good catch by the keeper. Yeah, let's give Mooney a rest. We'll move McCann out wide. And Fawkes will come on for Mooney for the last 20 minutes. See if we can get a goal. We've had all 3 strikers score today. Be nice if we can get our 4th striker scoring as well. Smith does well. Into Ray Rigg. Oh, it's blocked. That's unfortunate because it's fallen nicely for Halliday. But it's a good save by Okora, who's desperate to keep a second clean sheet in a row. Tottenham winning 2-0. Still 3 points ahead of us. Kings Lynn still 1 point ahead of us. It's so tight. Higgins, Wilkinson. Oh, he's found Halliday beautifully. Round the back, but he's blocked. I want Fawkes to get a goal. We've only got 2 back here. Halliday finds Fowler. Oh, that's brilliant from Fowler. Surely he's going to score. He does. He's deadly. He gets his goal. Come on, Fawkes. Let's get him a goal. Here's Agu into... another unfortunate thing there. Halliday on the attack again. It's out wide to Jackson. Here they come. Looking to get a second. It's crossed in. Fowler. 2 goals in a couple minutes. It was 5-0. It was an absolute thrashing. It's not quite so good now, but to be fair, they have created opportunities. Oh, Kings Lynn drawing against Tiverton. They're still 1 point ahead of us. Rigg to the back post for Colburn to head down for McCann to block. And they're coming again. Not a third for Fowler. He's so deadly. I mean, if we can sign him, he's a regen, so we should be trying to sign these sorts of players. But to be fair, we're not exactly lacking strikers, are we? There we go. It finishes 5-2. That is truly sensational stuff from us. Who was man of the match? Did Fowler get man of the match? Oh, Sean Walker got man of the match. He was on the bench. Oh, we are up to second. So Kings Lynn, did they lose in the end? No, they drew. So that draw meant they're 1 point. Oh, this is huge. It's not in our hands, but if Tottenham slip up once, 1 defeat, then we'll move ahead of them on goal difference, as long as we win, of course. So the last 4 games, we've got Scarborough, Wimborne, Merthyr and Farnborough. Now, I'm going to play the Scarborough game behind the scenes. It's a big game, actually. Maybe I should just do the last 4 games as a premiere again. Yeah? Let's do that. So episode 24 will be the last episode of the regular season. We've definitely qualified for the playoffs. In fact, we haven't. We're only 9 points ahead of Scarborough. So it's so close. But surely we're not going to bottle it. I'm hoping we're going to do the opposite and finish ahead of Tottenham, win the league, get promoted automatically in episode 24 of Regen Rovers. So yeah, that's going to be a YouTube premiere again, which means at 5 o'clock tomorrow you'll be able to watch it. It won't be live. It'll be pre-recorded, but you'll be able to react in the chat as if it's a live video, if you get what I mean. And then after that, it will turn into a regular video. So I hope you're looking forward to that. But we'll end it there. Thank you for watching today's video. Please leave a like if you haven't done so already. If you are new to the channel, remember to hit that subscribe button. You can also click the little bell button to get notifications. But until next time, enjoy Football Manager 2019. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon. What an episode. So many goals.